Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. If you want to succeed, you have to think bigger, a lot bigger. The greatest people in this world didn't get to where they are by playing it small. They dreamed big and then acted even bigger. That's how you make your dreams a reality. That's the secret. It's that simple. Now, let's talk about the first step, dreaming big. You know, when I started out, I didn't just want to be a real estate mogul. No, I wanted to own New York City. I wanted to leave my mark, not just on Manhattan, but on the world. I didn't just want to build a few buildings. I wanted to reshape the skyline, make it iconic, make it unforgettable. And you can do the same, whether you're in business, politics, or even sports. You have to think big, bigger than what anyone else thinks is possible. You can't be afraid to reach for the stars. Let me give you an example. You take a look at people like Jeff Bezos. He started Amazon in his garage. He didn't have millions in the bank, but he had a dream, just like I did. And guess what? He made it happen. He didn't let the naysayers stop him. He didn't let a lack of resources stop him. He took a small idea and turned it into one of the largest companies in the world. That's the power of thinking big. Don't let anything, anyone, or any circumstance stop you from thinking bigger than the average. The moment you start to shrink your dreams, you're already defeated. But here's the thing. Dreaming big is only half the battle. The other half is acting bigger. And that's where most people fail. They talk a big game, but when it comes time to act, they hesitate. They hold back. They doubt. You cannot afford to do that. If you want to turn your dreams into reality, you've got to go all in. There's no room for second guessing. No room for uncertainty. You've got to take massive action. The longer you wait, the further behind you fall. Action is your best friend. Action separates the doers from the dreamers. Take my story, for example. When I built the Trump Tower, people told me it was impossible. They said it couldn't be done, but I didn't listen to them. I acted bigger than the challenge in front of me. I took risks, I made bold moves, and I pushed through every obstacle. And today, Trump Tower stands as a symbol of what can happen when you dream big and act bigger. But it didn't stop there. I didn't just build one tower. I built multiple properties, each one bigger and better than the last. Every new project was an opportunity to go bigger, act bolder, and show the world what was possible. Think about a car. If you want to win a race, you don't just want to have a good car. You want the fastest car, the one that's built to win. You want the car that's built to outperform everyone on the track. You want that engine that roars, that's been engineered for victory. And that's exactly what you need to do. You've got to have the best engine, your mindset. You've got to fuel that engine with action. The bigger your mindset, the bigger your action, the faster you go. You cannot afford to be in cruise control. You have to keep your foot on the gas. Keep pushing forward, and don't let anyone or anything slow you down. The world is full of people who try to talk you out of your dreams. They'll say, "You can't do that," or "It's too risky." Let me tell you something. Those people are the ones who have never made it. They'll try to pull you down because they're afraid to rise themselves. But you're not like them. You're here because you want more. You want to rise above the noise, above the mediocrity, above the doubters. You have to ignore the voices telling you to play it safe. You have to walk your own path. And that's where the success comes from. When I started The Apprentice, people said it was a gamble. They didn't think a reality TV show could succeed like that. But guess what? I didn't just sit back and listen to them. I acted. I made it happen. And millions of people watched as I turned that show into a massive success. And you can do the same with your goals. But you have to act bigger than the voices in your head telling you it's too hard. You've got to push through those moments of self-doubt. Those are the times when you prove to yourself that you can do it. If you keep pushing, you'll break through every barrier that's put in front of you. Let me tell you about one of my biggest successes, negotiating with the best people. I've worked with some of the biggest names in business, people like Carl Icahn, who's a genius, by the way. And we didn't get to where we are by being small thinkers. We acted bigger. Every deal was a challenge, but we approached it with a mindset of winning. We didn't sit back and wait for opportunities to come to us. We went out and created them. That's what you've got to do. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for everything to align perfectly, because Let me tell you, it never does. Start now. Take action now. If you wait, you'll miss your chance. You've got to move faster than anyone else. You've got to be ahead of the pack. Success isn't just about intelligence, it's about mentality. The greatest people I've met in business, like Warren Buffett, they understand this. They think bigger, and they act bigger. But more importantly, they know that their decisions shape their future. They don't leave it to chance, and neither should you. You've got to take control. Take charge of your life, your destiny. It doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you finish. And the key is to keep moving forward. Think about it. Every successful business, every empire, starts with a single big idea. Steve Jobs had the idea for Apple in a garage. Bill Gates had the idea for Microsoft in his bedroom. And what did they do? They acted on those ideas. They didn't wait for someone else to tell them it was okay. They made it happen. And that's exactly what you need to do. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for someone to tell you it's possible. You have to be the one who believes in yourself. Because when you believe in yourself, the whole world starts to believe in you too. Look, when I ran for president, people said it was a joke. They laughed. They didn't take me seriously. But I didn't listen. I went out there, and I campaigned hard. I acted bigger than everyone thought possible, and I won. I didn't just win the nomination. I won the presidency. I didn't play by the rules. I made my own, and that's what you need to do. Don't follow the script that others give you. Write your own. The only way to truly succeed is to create your own path and walk it with confidence. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about the importance of making decisions. Big decisions. You can't make it without making tough choices. You can't be afraid to fail. If you're afraid to fail, you'll never succeed. I've failed many times in my career, but those failures were stepping stones. Every setback was a lesson. Every loss was an opportunity to come back stronger. And you can do the same. Each failure is a blueprint for your next success. You know, failure isn't final. It's just part of the process. You've got to fall down a few times before you can rise to the top. But the key is to rise. It's about taking those hits and bouncing back. That's what separates the winners from the losers. Winners never quit. Winners never back down. They keep going, no matter what. And that's the mindset you need to have. You've got to rise every single time you get knocked down. Don't let anyone or anything keep you down. So here's what I'm telling you. Dream big, but don't stop there. Act bigger. You've got to think bigger. You've got to act faster. And you've got to keep going no matter what. Life isn't about waiting for opportunities. Life is about creating your own. You've got to make it happen. You have to be the one to break through and show the world what you're made of. You've got the power to turn your dreams into reality. But only if you're willing to act bigger than anyone else. Remember, you can't win unless you're willing to lose. But if you never give up, if you never stop pushing, you will win. Big. So get out there. Dream big. Act bigger. Make it happen. The world is waiting for you to show them how it's done. Thank you, and God bless you. Donald J. Trump.